The lyrics to Play That Funky Music recently sold at auction for $15,000. Not bad for words that were hastily scribbled down after a drunk guy shouted at a rock band. That's just one of the bizarre origin stories behind 1976's accidental hits. From songs written in under an hour to tracks recorded on Caribbean vacations, these one-hit wonders weren't supposed to become cultural landmarks, but they did anyway. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Number 1, Afternoon Delight, Starland Vocal Band. While sitting at Clyde's restaurant in Washington, D.C., Bill Danoff spotted a happy hour special called Afternoon Delight. Something about those two simple words sparked his creativity. What's funny is how this innocent menu item transformed into one of the most suggestive songs of the decade. With its sweet 4-part harmonies and wholesome sound, many listeners completely missed the references hidden in plain sight. The accidental hit didn't just reach number 1 on Billboard, it won the group a Grammy for Best New Artist. Though they never had another hit, Afternoon Delight lives on in movies like Anchorman, proving sometimes the best songs come from the most ordinary places. Number 2, Moonlight Feels Right, Starbuck. The moment you hear those tropical marimba notes in Moonlight Feels Right, you're instantly transported to a breezy summer evening. But here's the thing, that famous marimba solo wasn't even supposed to be there. Starbuck was basically just a studio project without a record deal when they recorded this song. When the band's regular drummer couldn't nail the percussion part, session musician Bo Wagner stepped in at the last minute. He recorded that now famous marimba solo in just one take, creating the song's most distinctive element. This tropical percussion sound made the track instantly recognizable, helping it climb to number 3 on the charts. Pretty impressive for a song that had been rejected by 32 different record labels. Number 3, Play That Funky Music, Wild Cherry. Picture this. 1976, a predominantly black club in Ohio, and an all-white rock band struggling to connect with the audience. Wild Cherry, a group on the verge of breaking up, was playing their rock set when a frustrated voice from the crowd shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy." Rob Parisi, the band's frontman, initially brushed off the comment, but later that heckler's taunt kept bouncing around in his head. What if this insult could actually be transformed into something amazing? Parisi quickly scribbled down lyrics, turning that verbal jab into what would become a funk rock anthem. Play That Funky Music shot to number 1 on both the pop and R&B charts simultaneously. Those hastily written lyrics, born from a moment of public embarrassment, recently sold at auction for $15,000. Number 4, Let Your Love Flow, the Bellamy Brothers. Would you believe the Bellamy Brothers' biggest hit wasn't even written for them? Let Your Love Flow was actually penned by Larry E. Williams, Neil Diamond's guitarist, but Diamond turned it down. Talk about one man's trash becoming another's treasure. The song's breezy melody and positive message connected with listeners everywhere, reaching number 1 in the US and spending an incredible 11 weeks at the top spot in New Zealand. What made this song special was how it effortlessly crossed the divide between country and pop in 1976. The upbeat tempo and universal lyrics about love breaking down barriers did exactly that on the music charts. While the Bellamy Brothers found success through a song written for someone else, our next hit came from a much more personal and heartbreaking place. Number 5, Shannon, Henry Gross. In 1976, as disco was hitting its stride, Henry Gross released a song about something completely unexpected, the death of a dog he'd never met. Gross, a founding member of Shannon, wrote Shannon after learning about Beach Boy Carl Wilson's Irish setter, who had passed away in January that year. The song's unusual subject matter connected with listeners who had experienced similar grief, helping Shannon reach number 6 on the charts. Over the years, this tribute to a dog Gross never knew has become an enduring comfort for pet owners mourning their companions. While Henry Gross found inspiration in someone else's pet, our next artist's hit came from a much more risque background. Number 6, More, Andrea True Connection. Andrea True was in Jamaica working as an actress when a career shift happened by total accident. Political turmoil on the island meant she couldn't bring her payment back to the US. Instead of losing the money, she had a different idea: record a song locally with producer Greg Diamond. This improvised recording session created a distinctive disco track featuring True's breathy vocals vocals, a catchy trumpet solo, and that drum break that everyone recognizes instantly. Radio stations were initially hesitant to play a song by someone with an adult film background, but the music was too good to ignore. The song climbed to number 4 on the charts and has been sampled countless times since. What began as a solution to a travel problem became one of disco's most enduring hits, still used in movies whenever filmmakers want to capture that sophisticated 70s vibe. Number 7, Don't Give Up on Us, David Soul. In 1976, millions of Americans knew David Soul as the tough, gun-wielding Detective Hutch from the hit TV show Starsky and Hutch. So when Soul suddenly appeared on music charts, people were surprised to discover his softer side. Unlike most actors who try singing, Soul wasn't playing it for laughs. He took a genuine risk with a sincere love ballad at a time when disco was taking over. Songwriter Tony McCauley wrote Don't Give Up on Us specifically for Soul, creating a perfect vehicle that showed a sensitive side that TV viewers never got to see. The song reached number 1 in both America and the UK, a rare achievement for any artist, let alone a TV actor. In an era when celebrities rarely crossed entertainment lanes successfully, Soul proved that sometimes the most unexpected career turns lead to the most authentic successes. Number 8, Love Machine, The Miracles, last big hit without Smokey Robinson. When Smokey Robinson left The Miracles in 1972, most people thought the group was finished. After all, how do you replace one of Motown's most beloved voices? The task fell to new lead singer Billy Griffin, who faced the nearly impossible challenge of filling Smokey's shoes while everyone expected the group to fade away. But something unexpected happened in 1976. The Miracles released Love Machine, a funky departure from their earlier sound that surprised everyone by becoming their biggest commercial hit ever. The song rocketed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, something they never achieved during all those years with Smokey. This unexpected success story proved that sometimes a band's biggest moment can arrive after what seemed like a career-ending setback. Number 9, Dreamweaver, Gary Wright. In 1976, when guitar solos ruled rock music, session musician Gary Wright did something musicians thought was career suicide. He recorded an entire album with absolutely no guitars, none. What's amazing is that listeners actually embraced this technological experiment. Dreamweaver reached number 2 on the charts, despite breaking all the musical rules of the time. Those otherworldly sounds Wright created influenced countless electronic artists who followed, proving that sometimes the biggest breakthroughs happen when someone is brave enough to throw away the rulebook. While Gary Wright found success through cutting-edge technology, our final one-hit wonder came from a much more traditional approach. Number 10, Right Back Where We Started From, Maxine Nightingale. Time was running out for British singer Maxine Nightingale in that London recording studio. With the clock ticking and studio costs adding up, she recorded her vocals for Right Back Where We Started From in under 45 minutes flat. This hastily recorded track, with its Motown influence and growing disco energy, initially seemed like it would be just another dance single, but the song took an unexpected turn when it appeared in the 1977 hockey movie Slap Shot, starring Paul Newman. The song peaked at number 2 in the US, blocked from the top spot by Johnny Taylor's Disco Lady, but that didn't matter in the long run. This rushed recording outlived many number 1 hits and became a wedding reception favorite for decades. While each of these songs had unlikely origins, they've all found permanent places in our cultural memory. When you look at these 10 accidental hits from 1976, it's clear that musical inspiration shows up in the strangest places. A restaurant menu gave us Afternoon Delight. A heckler created Play That Funky Music. Someone else's dog produced Shannon. What makes these one-hit wonders special isn't just their catchy melodies, but their unusual beginnings. These songs have stayed with us for decades because they came from real moments, not marketing meetings.